All right, let's look at the homework 15.1, problem number 7. All right, so we have tables of values given, and we want to estimate this double integral using midpoint rule. All right, so let's do that. All right, so let's see. Here's the region. So we're talking about the region. I'm going to just draw x-axis here and y-axis here. All right, then it's going from x is going from 1 to 3. So here's 1 and here's a 3. And y goes from 0 to 4. So it's going to be 0 to 4 there. So we're looking at this region right here. So I'm going to here, and here's the region. So here's a 1 to 3 and 0 to 4. Right, so this is the region, right? Then what we want to do is we want to use m equals 2 and n equals 2. So we're going to split into, let's see, from 1 to 3, so it's cut it right in the middle, so that will be 2. And from 0 to 4, so it's going to be 2 there, 2. And then we cut that into 4 sections. So that will be here and there. All right, so we have that. Then we are looking at let's see, we're using the midpoint rule. All right, so the midpoint would be from 1 to 3 and from 1 to 2. So midpoint is going to be here 1.5. So maybe I should do that here 1.5. And then this is going to be 1 right there. And this is going to be 3. And this is going to be 2.5. Right? So the first midpoint would be here. So we're looking at 1.5, 1. So we're looking at this value. All right? And the next one is 2.5, 1. So we're looking at that value right there. And then next one is 1.5, 3. So 1.5, 3. So we're looking at that value. And then let's see, 2.5, 3, which is this value right here. All right. So in this case, delta A is easy to come up. So its base is 1 times height is 2. So it's going to be 2. All right, so it's going to be 2 times, and sum of all these values, so it's going to be 1 minus 9, and minus 1 plus 7. All right, so it looks like we can cancel positive 1 and negative 1. So negative 9 plus 7 minus 2 times 2 is a negative 4. All right, so the value is negative 4. So I'm going to just type it in here. So negative 4, and I'm going to just go ahead and check the answer. Submit for testing. All right, it came back and looks like we got the part A correctly. All right, so let's look at part B. All right, part B, we're going to do the same thing, but this time m equals 4 and n equals 4. And we're going to use the sample points to be the farthest from the origin. All right, so here, so this is what we need to do. So we're going to have to split that into 16 sub rectangles, kind of like that. All right, then farthest from the origin. So we are talking about these guys. So for the first one, here is the sample point, here's a sample point, here's a sample point. Right, so we're talking about all these sample points, and there should be 16 of them. Right? Right. So which are those? So farthest from the origin. So we're talking about these 60, so including the ones already used. So here, those are the 16 sample values that we're going to use. All right, so here, let's find the delta A for that one. So delta A is going to be, so it's going to be a 0.5 by 1. Alright, so it's a 0.5, so, or 1/2. Alright, then we just have to add these guys up. So it's going to be 1 minus 4, I'm just doing the first row, minus 9 minus 6, plus 3 plus 0, minus 5 minus 8, plus 7 plus 3 minus 1 minus 4 plus 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 0. And then we multiply by 0.5 or divide by 2. Alright, so let's compute this value. Alright, so first thing is, let's see, I'm going to just try to cancel as many as possible. Alright, so let's see, you have 1 here, there's a negative 1, luckily here. Alright, and I have negative 4, and there's negative 4 there, so negative 4 and negative 4 and a positive 8 cancel out. Alright, then what else can we cancel? We have negative 9, so you have a negative 9, then you have a positive 3, positive 3, positive 3. So you can cancel those. Alright, and what else? You have, here's a negative 6, and there's a positive 6, right? 0, you don't have to do much. And here, 0, you don't have to do much. And here, right, so what's left is just a negative 5. Right, negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1, so it's negative 6. Right, so this is going to be negative 6 times 0.5, which is going to be negative 3. Alright, so let's type it in. So we got negative 3 for part B. Alright, so submit for testing. Alright, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.